They're in every gym, lurking, waiting to ruin your leg day. And you might use them all the time. This video, top 5 worst leg exercises you might be doing. It's coming up. No one likes to know that their favorite machines or the exercises they've been doing are actually hurting them. I'm here to tell you how they are. Starting with number 1, one of the most beloved, the leg press machine. So many people love this machine, and I'm here to tell you why you probably could be doing something else. This leg press machine throws you back in a nice reclined position in a seated posture, and it shoves your legs into your chest. The process of shoving your legs into your chest makes your pelvis, or can put you at risk for making your pelvis to tuck under. Now that causes our lower back curve to disappear, or we're rounding our lower back. Now, why is it so bad that you're rounding your lower back? Well, because when the spine goes on top of each other or curls forward and loses that natural curve, you are smashing the vertebral discs against each other. And over time, you're gonna rub the cushiony surface between the vertebrae just raw. It's gonna be gone. Achy joints, leg press, not so good anymore. But don't fear, there's tons of exercises that don't lock you in that seated reclined position that can work your legs. Some alternatives, easy, squats, deadlifts, lunges, Bulgarian split squats, there's a lot. But if you just love this leg press machine, there's one tip that you can use to still use the leg press. Do it one leg at a time. Reason being is if you plant one leg down in the center point, you're locking your hips in the proper alignment. Doing it one leg at a time, obviously you'll be doing less weight, but you can focus on that motion of the one leg and you're not tucking your tail under. Just a tip, but there are other exercises. Moving on, number 2, the quad or leg extension machine. This one puts you in a seated position and it locks you in linear motion. Your leg can only extend in one direction. And arguably, this motion isn't very natural. We're not going to be moving in that linear motion that the machine is forcing us in. We're gonna have some rotational movement in natural movement patterns. This machine doesn't help train that. And it puts a lot of stress on the knee as well. But you're trying to target your quads. So what do you do instead? Lunges, single leg squats as well. And if you're trying to pack on weight, you can do front squats. Front squats are going to target your quadriceps much more than traditional squats. Another one I can't leave out are the wall sits. Excellent isometric exercise and great for beginners and athletes. Excellent exercise. Moving on to number 3, this one is the Smith machine. Everyone loves this one, and a lot of people think that they're doing themselves good because they think that it's going to be helping their form to use a Smith machine for the squats or the deadlifts. This is really far from the truth because it locks you yet again in linear motion that, especially depending on your body type, might not necessarily be in the right position you should be moving for your body. More importantly, for the squat or the deadlift, those exercises are incredibly complex when done with free weights or a barbell or even your own body weight, because it does challenge our body's ability to balance and stabilize. When we lock ourselves with a Smith machine into linear movements, we're decreasing the local core muscle activation by 43% compared to just using free weights or traditional barbell squats. So why is this a bad thing? Well, local core stabilizers play an important role in strength endurance for our posture control. In other words, our daily life. It's also incredibly important to help prevent injuries. Bonus tip for those of you who use the Smith machine for chest, don't use it for chest. Same rules apply. You're still going to be moving in linear motion. You want to do something free weights, body weights. Don't lock yourself into one position. Number 4. The hamstring curl machine, also called the prone hamstring curl machine or lying hamstring curl machine. This one is odd because it puts us and locks us into a slight V position, which causes and forces hip flexion. This also isn't a natural position, and just like these other machines, they lock us in a linear movement, and that's not necessarily natural. The strain that this puts on our hip flexors does not make this a very good exercise. A lot of people tend to look up on it, which can cause neck problems. It's not good form. We're not really active activating anything other than the hamstring. We've got no stabilization muscles going on whatsoever, and many people just completely forget to lock their core because they think, oh good, I get to lie down. No, you should be engaged. And this machine does not help with that. Okay, so what should I do instead? I really want to target hamstrings. Great exercise is hamstring curl with a stability ball. This one has many different levels that you can start out with, from whether you're rehabilitating. There's a variation of this curl that's much more simple, and it varies in intensity all the way up to if you are a professional athlete trying to condition. I strongly recommend the stability ball hamstring exercises as they do activate your sense of balance and your stabilizer muscles. Much better than the prone hamstring curl machine. Of course, there's some other resistance exercises that can target the hamstrings, deadlifts, and of course, resistance band exercises like hamstring kickbacks and even cable exercises such as cable hamstring kickbacks as well. Moving on, last one, number 5, hip adduction or abduction machines. Again, the same rule applies with this machine. It's going to lock you in one type of movement, and it's going to put a lot of strain on our back in doing so, as well as our hip flexors. This type of lack of stabilization is, again, not good for our stabilizer muscles. We're never exercising them. We're just sitting there. A better alternative to this exercise, if you're targeting your abductors, is something like the standing abduction. For example, just standing up with a cable pull or even a resistance band and opening your legs or abducting your leg away from the other. Some other exercises include lateral lunges, and you can also do sidestepping planks with a resistance band. Really great, with or without a resistance band, but the resistance band does add it for the abductors. For adductors, you can do side-lying adduction, and you can also do exercises with the cable pulls as well. Very effective. So there you have it, the top 5 worst leg exercises you might be doing. And now you know why you should stop doing them and what you can do instead. For more tips in your strength training and to help with your balance and stabilization and more, check it out. Got more videos just for you. Thanks for watching.